Oh, there it goes. Jeez, why is OBS being a jerk today? Also, this is quite loud. I have to turn it down when I get in game. Anyways, we're gonna be playing some Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. Do you have to... I don't think you have to click intro. Yeah, it just plays it anyway. Yeah, definitely got to turn the volume down once we get in. Oh, there's no voice for that line? Oops. Oh wait, I wonder if I can adjust it now. Oh, maybe it's just the title screen that had it super loud. We'll see. He's lying to you. I haven't played Dota in like 7 years or something. Barely played it back then either.
I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel is allowed. Oh, I mean, he's out. Yeah, if he ever comes back, I'll tell him. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Sure. Bye-bye.
So I grew up with the second game of this
Good
series.
morning. The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning.
Seen quite a bit
Let
of
me
this
know when
one.
you want your messages.
Yeah.
Gee, you're lively. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. I told you it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw up your karma.
I'm sure that's it. Maybe I should write a horror novel on passive resistance instead.
So don't sleep. It's your body. Anyway, your handheld tape recorder came today.
Also, the last time I saw this game,
Right.
didn't have voice acting, so it's gonna be interesting playing through with voice acting.
I can't wait to see what human rights you violate with this one.
I can't wait to violate them. For example, if you would just let me...
And I located some local voodoo references for you. Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. Well, if you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Now that I'm thinking about it, was the intro different than just that beginning part? There might have been more to it, because they didn't really explain something there. Yeah, let me quit for a sec, just to make sure. So now I'm wondering if I skipped stuff. I think I did. Now we gotta wait for OBS to catch up there. See intro for a sec. Oh yeah, there is more shit. Oh, is this supposed to be the dream that he was having? Oh, jeez. Crazy ass stream. Okay, I guess we'll skip the dialogue here. Let's get back into it. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I was still gonna do the animations though if I'm skipping. That's fine though.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Knew it would start speeding up there. Okay.
You
What?
and
All we know is he's researching voodoo for some reason.
Gabriel is carrying nothing.
No inventory at the start. Oh, I do remember this though. You have like a million different icons in this game. Yeah, there's ask questions and talk to. I'm not sure why they needed different things for that. Also, what is this? Use and pick up, possibly? Yeah, they have quite a few icons for some reason.
Don't mind if I do.
do what?
Oh, nothing.
Talking to himself.
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything
The
about
memes.
it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that
That's
it's
why
active
he's-
in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the paper, same as you.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Well, I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
Yeah, right, Knight.
I mean it.
What do you want to know?
Oh geez, so many questions.
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
What do you do after work?
Well, I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You know, you can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me. How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Just tell me
Wait,
anything
is it
at
repeated
all.
or?
I came to New Orleans because I'd read so much about it, and I thought, spending a few months here would clear my head.
Oh, we have to hear this line multiple
Just
times
tell
then.
me anything at all.
I've always wanted to do something really adventurous, Something real life. I'm sick of libraries and lecture halls.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks are traditional Japanese. I don't even remember Japan myself. I was 3 when we came to the States.
Just tell me anything at all.
I've been studying Tai Chi for 10 years. It's a very spiritual discipline. I'm sure discipline of any sort isn't something that would appeal to you, Gabriel.
Just tell me anything at all.
My folks want me to get married to a boy back east, Mark Kobayashi. His parents are traditional Japanese too. I might eventually, but right now,
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on.
Oh, there, it's finally repeated.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Do you have messages for me?
Dana called, and Susie left a message about a lawsuit.
Awesome.
Okie dokie. There's more when you want 'em.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great, and we had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry. I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
But she said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Ooh, points. I think that's what that jingle means.
Do you have more messages for me?
Here's a strange one. You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter? He said he was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent, maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany, like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Do you have more messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What do you want?
He left an interesting message. He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey. Oh, that's Humprey.
Fascinating.
And that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Gabriel, those photos wouldn't have anything to do with the voodoo murders, would they?
Now, why would you say something like that?
Because I know you. You're getting privileged information, aren't you? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new voodoo book?
A writer has certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character is a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's
Jeez.
enough. Thanks. Anyway, that's all the messages. Thank God.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Oh.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty skeevy in this one, especially. So I guess I should get in the habit of saving it every so often. Oh, right, it's gonna be him saving. Hey, what else do we got here?
Grace likes the little banker's lamp. She has the soul of an accountant. Grace keeps her art supplies here.
Can we steal them?
There is nothing to move there.
Oh, is this push and pull?
Gabriel wouldn't dare touch Grace's oil paints.
Okay, we have to see what happens if we do this.
Like I haven't tried.
Really, taking Grace's lamp is not necessary. 3 snakes in a skull. Gabriel's father painted it.
What a wacky, offbeat kind of guy Daddy was.
St. George's books could use some serious renovation, but Gabriel likes to think that the place has character. Cute gargoyle, eh? There's a pair of tweezers on the counter. Grace uses them for book repair work.
Oh, we need those, right?
I'm gonna take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a little scruffy.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
I wonder if it's quicker to just go up here and select an icon. 'Cause there's so many icons, damn it.
The magnifying glass is a handy item for reading old manuscripts or the fine print on Gabriel's lease.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying
Oh,
glass?
I can't remember.
No, Sherlock.
Hmm.
Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
There's a
No
way in
problem.
Sylvium to walk your mouse in the window. I can't remember what button that was now. Control something. Definitely want to have that on. I just don't remember the command for it. Oh well, think about that later.
Today's newspaper is on the counter. Times-Picayune, dated June 18, 1993. The front page has an
1993?
article about the voodoo murders. The article says that the victims are all identified as members of the underworld. The general public of New Orleans is in no danger. Police claim the so-called voodoo trappings found at the crime scenes are fake, a scare tactic, and that the murders are not associated with any genuine practitioners. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Potential
Horoscope.
storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Anything else?
Times pick
No,
the-
same thing.
Blessed caffeine.
Good coffee. My kidney's already floating, thanks.
Under the window are reference books, dictionaries, foreign language dictionaries, quotation books, and others. Gabriel borrows them often when he's writing. The books on that top shelf include mysteries and other pulp novels from the 50s and 60s. Dramatic, isn't it? Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat.
3 weeks.
He has a thing for black leather. That shelf holds used copies of the Dime Strife series, secrets of unsolved ancient UFO mysteries and such. They just leap out the door.
Does each shelf have its own
That
thing?
shelf contains
These-
historical references, biographies of kings and queens, that sort of thing. That shelf contains
It's the same. Oh, I guess it means shelf is inside side.
The books on the desk all need repair work.
Did I take any?
Gabriel
Broken
does
books?
not want to work on the damaged books right now.
Dang. Oh, I should probably look at here.
The desk drawers mostly stick. The desk is too heavy to be moved.
Use?
Gabriel doesn't even want to know what Grace keeps in those drawers.
Guess it's time to head out.
I'm going out.
Good luck.
I just wondered, I wonder if it's Control M to lock the mouse. Is that it? Ah, perfect. Now I don't have to worry about clicking on things outside my window. Okay, so this is where we are. Drugstore, Voodoo Museum, Cathedral, Napoleon House? We should go see Mosley, right?
It's an antique umbrella stand.
Can we steal someone's umbrella?
Gabriel cannot take that.
Dang.
Gabriel cannot see any way to pick that up. The desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease.
Wow, that's mean.
30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of gray oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
She's not bad.
A uniformed officer of the New Orleans Police Department.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so? That's peachy.
Ah, Jim
That
Cummings.
means more to me than you could know. Hey, it's a beignet guy.
Great, I'm starved.
Why does this black stuff up at the top and bottom keep changing to gray? Keep noticing that. Must be a Scummy M thing.
Stay put, you. Hey, grab me 3, would ya?
Sure.
Might have to turn the speed up a bit. Feels a bit slow. I'm guessing that's important for something. Something later we have to do while they're distracted,
Thanks.
possibly. Yeah, is there a speed thing? Speed. Turn it up just a little bit.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. If it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
Tell me about yourself.
Who, me? I'm the Desk Sergeant Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all.
A weird name.
Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see? People that bother me. Want me to put your name in this book?
I think not.
That's what I thought.
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out at the crime scene. Sorry.
Oh,
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah. I got something for you, all right. Soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
what does that mean?
Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
Thanks.
How do I open it? Open?
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds 2 photographs.
Ooh.
The murder photo has nothing written on it.
That looks painful.
One of the photos from Mosley is an official voodoo murders crime scene shot. A graphic close-up of a victim.
Can I look at specifics
One
on
of
it?
the
No, I guess not. Oops. Some guy.
The photograph of Mosley
Oh,
was
Mosley.
apparently taken upon his graduation from the police academy. He had hair then. Gabriel can see that just fine without magnification. Gabriel can...
Dang. Anything else around here?
Gabriel is standing in the lobby of his friend Mosley's precinct. It smells like a cross between a hospital and brewery.
Can I talk to him about the photo?
Does this mean anything to you?
Hey, where'd you get that?
Nowhere.
You gave it to me.
Well, you shouldn't have that. Put it away before I decide to keep it.
Yes, sir. Does this mean anything to you?
It's a police academy graduation photo. What of it?
Just checking.
I guess that's everything in here, right? Where to next? Voodoo Museum? I don't really have any reasons to go to some of these places yet.
Hi. Look around all you want.
Okay, thanks.
Think I will.
Reminds me of a book critic for the New York Times. He's got more hair than Mosley.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum.
We talked to him?
Gabriel can't do a thing with a drummer on the street. A wooden doll with horns is on the back table.
Looks like Jack Nicholson.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as an artist's rendering of the voodoo dances in Congo Square in the early 1800s.
The way that sounded, can I...
Back wall, an artist's
No.
rendering.
I thought it'd be a different thing every time I click on it.
An official voodoo wish and stump. Rabbit and make a wish, a card said.
Funny, I say the same thing to women.
Gabriel doesn't recognize the museum's flags. Large, elaborate drums occupy a corner of the museum. A striking portrait of a turbaned woman is on the back wall. Gabriel wonders who she might be. A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage. She looks thrilled to be here.
So, how's the museum business?
I don't know. I don't normally work here.
Hmm.
Could I ask you a few questions?
I wouldn't be much help. You should talk to Dr. John, the owner. He'll be back tomorrow.
I see. Thank you.
What if we show her the murder photo?
Do you know anything about this?
Nope.
Dang. I guess there's not much we can do here then.
I'll be gone now, thanks.
So long.
What else do we got? Drugstore. Cathedral? We have a cathedral.
At least the cherubs are an aesthetic way of asking for donations. Flags of the world are displayed from the upper story. A promotion of the universal harmony, no doubt. The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area. Rows of pews line each side of the nave's aisle.
Hmm. Anyone here to talk to? Oh, no, just walks into the place.
The other park visitors are enjoying their leisure and aren't interested in talking to Gabriel. A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum. People seem to be enjoying the park, despite the lack of sunshine. The drummer is busy.
That was weird.
The drummer is busy.
We show him the murder photo?
Does this mean anything to you?
The drummer looks blankly at Gabriel and continues his rhythm.
Hmm.
Give a hoot. Gabriel doesn't want to take that out of the park.
Can't rummage through the garbage?
The garbage can has no function other than to take whatever people throw at it. Gabriel's had days like that. A bronze statue of Andrew Jackson marks the center of Jackson Square. The band is too into their music to talk to Gabriel.
Dang.
Coroner requests assistance at Maryland.
The band is too... The band is...
Dang. What about this guy?
A police officer is either off-duty or patrolling the park, or both. A blues band entertains on the lawn. Now that's music.
Anyone seen Joe?
Good day, officer.
Yeah, you too. Keep moving.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Not now, buddy. I'm busy.
I should have noticed.
Why does that sound like...
Thanks.
Yeah, right.
That
Anyone
sounded
seen
like,
Joe?
what's his name? Johnny Bravo.
The motorcycle cop wouldn't have anything enlightening to say about that.
Hmm. What if we could steal from him?
Gabriel likes his own cycle much better. Besides, even Mosley couldn't get him out of that one.
Anyone seen Joe?
Nah, he's not Gabriel's type.
Hmm. Another band.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz bands in New Orleans are. The band isn't paying any.
Hmm.
The band.
Dang. There's bands in every quarter of this place.
A Cajun band, inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be. It's one of those mimes. Oh boy. The Cajun band is... Since Gabriel can't read lips, he's disinclined to start a conversation.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
We do anything with him? It's like he follows whoever walks near
Well,
him.
I'd never! Leave me alone, you man!
Hmm. Go over. He's just gonna follow me? Can we bug the cop with him? Not sure why I'd want to do that, but...
Ambulance to town.
Oh,
Hey, cut that out.
that's totally Johnny Bravo.
I told you to stop that. All right, mister. You want some of this?
Why did I do that, though?
Gabriel likes his... Gabriel doesn't need to take the radio to listen to it.
Oh.
On the motorcycle is a police radio. Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Damn! Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South, Lakeside Drive north of Piedmont Pier, south of the country club.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what.
Damn.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 9-1.
Interesting.
Stupid mime. Hey, you! Get away from that bike.
Sorry.
Oh, we did something. I guess we can find the crime scene now. I'm gonna take a small break here, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hop right back in here. So we have a location of a crime scene. We go sneak there? I guess we can't. Greater New Orleans map. Ah. Grandmother Knight's house and crime scene. You know what? Let's go here first, since we already heard about that beforehand.
Gabriel, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
That's my Gran. Adorable as always.
You're such a tease.
On the wall are portraits of Gran and Gramps when they were young. Gabriel's inherited some good-looking genes. Granny's knitting. She whips through that stuff like there was no tomorrow. The wood in the bin is southern pine and is probably fossilized by now.
How you been, Gran?
Just fine, dear. I'm sorry I bothered you at work, but I was hoping you'd get a chance to go through your father's things in the attic.
Don't be silly. You can call me anytime. Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
We're instantly into the voodoo.
What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is very southern. Of course, though, not as much as it used to be when I was a girl. It's gotten much more influenced by the East Coast and that California stuff. Still, it hasn't changed as much as other places, I reckon. We've always been happy here.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Gran.
All right, dear. What do you want to hear?
What do you do all day?
You know how I love to knit and work in my garden. I also take long walks. It's the only way to keep an old body like mine from stiffening up.
You're not old.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'm older than the hills.
Tell me about before you met Granddaddy.
Well, you know I was born Rebecca Wright. My daddy owned a lot of land outside of town. We grew peas, corn, cotton, all kinds of things. It was a good childhood, but my father was very strict. He didn't much let me out of his sight.
Tell me how you met Granddaddy.
I met Harrison at a church revival. There was a traveling preacher back then, a big fella named Reverend Jim. I even remember his slogan, "Come to me to find your way." Your granddad was sitting right behind me and my girlfriend Alma, and at one point, old Reverend Jim was flinging his hair around with his fire and brimstone antics, and a piece of it, one of those small add-on-dos for men, went flying off. I swear, Harrison and I were the only ones that noticed. We both started laughing to beat the band. Everyone looked at us like we were a couple of loonies. It was then I knew that he was for me.
How you feeling these days?
Fit as a fiddle, and don't you worry your head about it.
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Just tell me
here we go again
anything
with
at
this.
all.
I never loved any man but your grandfather, and I never will.
Just tell me anything at all.
I hate to admit it, but I was a jealous little thing when your granddad and I were younger. I loved him so ferociously, and he did attract the eyes of the ladies, whether he wanted to or not.
Just tell me anything at all.
I get lonely sometimes, but I have lots of girlfriends in the neighborhood. I call one of them if I'm feeling blue.
Just tell me anything at all.
I wish you'd settle down and give me a great-grandchild.
Oh, Gran. Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
All right, dear.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a
And
pod.
just like Gabriel.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked defying her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be a sweet gesture.
Maybe I will. You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
Time to go upstairs and go through the stuff,
I'm going
I
to
guess.
go up to the attic, Gran.
Be careful of the dust.
That must have been the year Granddaddy caught Santa on the roof.
It's an old, dusty bicycle tire. Gabriel has seen these ornaments every year at Christmas for as long as he can remember. It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
From Gran's Virginia Woolf period.
Grandma's attic is a storehouse of forgotten treasures and useless junk. That box of knickknacks has been up there for at least 5 years. The old velvet curtains hung in the parlor before Gran lightened up the place. An elaborate mechanical clock, probably of German origin, is among the discarded treasures of the attic. It doesn't seem to be running at the moment. The old trunk looks like it's gone to hell and back. There's a sketchbook on the chair that Gabriel vaguely remembers as his father's.
I think I'll take Daddy's sketchbook with me.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil.
These.
Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious. Images haunt the...
Oh, you can't look at the medallion that was specifically in the intro?
There's nothing I want in there.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock.
Why not?
I think I'll leave that up here. No. No thanks.
Wait, are those golf clubs or something?
It's Granddaddy's old golf bag.
It's an old metal tub full of dust and cobwebs.
I think I'll leave that up here. It looks pretty heavy.
The trunk doesn't operate.
You can't open it?
The lid is blocked by the clock.
I guess we're pushing the clock.
I don't think there's anything in that trunk that would interest anybody but my gran.
The trunk contains some old clothes, including a pair of leather shorts.
Aren't those called lederhosen?
Serious hiking boots. More of Harrison Knight German book.
Just what I need.
And a bundle of letters. Love letters between Harrison and Rebecca. The trunk.
And that's it. So I guess we only got the sketchbook here.
An elaborate mechanical clock. It doesn't seem...
Can't fix it? Oh.
A key winds the clock's mechanism. A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and a dragon. There's an interesting design in the base of the clock. Nothing happens. The hands do not appear to have any mechanical function other than to move. Gabriel doesn't want to take the clock. Gabriel...
I don't know what I would set this to. Sword and noose.
Nothing happens.
Does that have something to do with the sketchbook? Not that I can see.
Gabriel's not quite up to rearranging the attic.
That really everything?
Grandma's attic is a storehouse of...
I guess for now. Anything else we can say to her now that we've been through that?
That's it. Take a load off, hon.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
I believe that was your father's, Gabriel. You keep it.
Let's show her this.
Gabriel doesn't want to upset his grandmother with that photograph.
I'm sure it'd be fine.
Well, Gran, I'd better get going.
All right, dear.
Let's head to the crime scene.
The crime scene team is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Just gonna walk into a crime scene. Everyone's leaving.
Hey, mostly. Huh? Knight, you wiener, I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh? It's another one, as you can see. Same M.O. and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing. Now, who the hell is that? Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Molly Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Man, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
We've about wrapped it up, sir. It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
Do you want to leave an officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
Yes, sir. If you'll excuse us, sir, we'll take him away.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck in the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the case some more.
Thanks.
Nice of them to all just leave me here in the crime scene. Crime scene.
Police tape marks off the crime scene. Out damn the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again? There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand, but if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined.
Do we sketch it?
Let me try to get this down.
Nice.
The partial pattern from the crime scenes intrigues Gabriel. What does it mean? The partial...
I have no idea. Some sort of circle. Symbols.
Gabriel can... The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer.
Oh.
Gabriel is already...
Oh, okay.
It's extremely big, bloody sand.
Nothing I need from that? What was the point of that?
Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand. The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it. The police...
I guess we can get out of here then. Right, cemetery.
The marks are reddish in color and reminds Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
Looking at the series of crosses, Gabriel can't help but to think that they have a pattern and a meaning he is not comprehending.
I remember this being a huge puzzle in this game. Are these similar? No, not that I can see.
Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
Oh, where's he going?
It's a piece of brick. Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers. Vases seem to be a favorite decoration for the dead. Food, trinkets. New Orleans is famous for its above-ground tombs. The high water table prevents bodies from being interred underground. The name
Why'd she
Ross
say it like that?
is inscribed on this old tomb. This is the tomb of Marie Laveau, Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall. A stone angel stands silently before a tomb. This old tomb is in a sorry state of disrepair.
There's probably no one left in the family to maintain it.
An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
A marble snake. Now that's cheerful.
New Orleans is Gabriel doesn't see a name on this tomb. Here and there in the cemetery, straggly plants grow in stone planters.
Can I not go over there? Why does it say exit then? What if I use the keyboard? You can't walk with the keyboard in this game? Oh, it eventually goes? What the heck?
An old man tends the cemetery with movements akin to a slow drawl.
Hello there, got a sec?
What you need, boy?
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, they act up some at the full moon, though.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Ain't it just awful, them finding those bodies with voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody's trying to cover their tracks is all.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Seem like everybody want to visit New Orleans at least once in their lives, and they love the cemetery tour. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis #1.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound they don't know what they doing.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins would float right out of their graves. Them dead would go floating right down into the water. 'Cause if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice.
That's kind of morbid. We have anything we can show him?
Does this mean anything to you?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, son. Don't be showing that kind of thing to me. I'm an old man. I'm liable to just keel right over on you.
Sorry. Does this mean anything to you?
Sure. I see them marks all the time on tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Oh. I guess this is the one we want.
The Wright family tomb. Several of Gabriel and Grant's family members are laid to rest here. Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb. It's rather rude to interrogate the dead.
Gran talks a lot about you, Harley.
If Gabriel wants to address his ancestors, he should choose a specific plaque.
Gran talks a lot about you, Harley. Hey, Daddy. Hey, miss you, Mom. Hi. I'm Rebecca's grandson.
Much as when they were alive, the Wright elders give no response. Much. The marker reads,
Oh, so you can read them.
Margaret Templeton Knight.
My mother.
The marker reads, Philip Knight.
Daddy.
The marker reads, Harley Wright.
Grand sister. She died young.
The marker reads, Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy.
The marker reads, Merrill Planter Wright.
These are Gran's folks. I never knew them.
I did this one,
How's
right?
it going, Granddaddy?
The tomb is securely shut.
Not much here right now, I guess. Maybe you know something about this?
Hello there. Got a sec?
Yeah? What can I do for you?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Dang. What else do we got?
Does this mean anything to you?
It's a piece of brick. You can find them all over the cemetery.
Oops. Guess we can go talk to Mosley now.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's in his office. Go on back.
I'm guessing is that his office?
Mosley's office door is unassuming, unlike Mosley himself.
Mosley, my man.
Yeah, what is it, you wanker?
Nice polyester. Looks like something Mosley keeps around for formal occasions. That's funny. That window is a mirror on the other side.
Who's that?
Frank's. What a babe, huh?
Logs of unsolved cases, perhaps? Mosley must have 1,000,000 of them. Art prints of the mall variety. Logs of Mosley was one of those beefy guys in his youth. Now he's getting lumpy. The badge in his front coat pocket is set off particularly well by the gold polyester of his jacket.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks. You know that, Knight?
I'm starting to get that impression. Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know.
Real
I
stuff?
asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots. Can you be more specific?
Oh, jeez.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be. But we'd have to have a suspect in custody first, and the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo Murders case. Now, the first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO was the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur?
That's strange.
Describe the crime scenes.
Now there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens. Also goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You and me grew up together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see. You know, the quarter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. In New Orleans, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of New Orleans someday. I already know the mayor, and my record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Jeez. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some frickin' salt? Well, you know Andy left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that. Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? We used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Ms. McKelly? You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. Then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Man, that's just mean.
And it was a great way to pick up women in the library hall. Oh, those were the days.
How does that work?
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, my doctor told me I've got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Just tell me anything at all.
My back hurts.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. Or a fireman.
Fascinating.
Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me up that way.
Oh, God. Just tell me anything at all.
You know, I kind of like women with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace.
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
It's your dime.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
It's going. Can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So, I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Why do I get points for that? I'm guessing we're distracting him from something?
Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
Oh, we're gonna touch everything.
It's not Gabriel's size or style. Gabriel would prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible.
Oh, well, I don't really know what we're supposed to...
Here, drink it.
Thanks.
Something I can look at?
Police department memos and other didactic blurbs. Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college. Mosley's office.
Is there something I can use this on?
The board's already cluttered. Whatever goes into those files never comes out. If Gabriel put anything on that desk, it would disappear forever. Mosley's office. Nice polyester. Looks... Mosley's... The coffee cup is empty. Mosley...
Gotta be something you can take, but I'm just not sure what.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. And I'll call the police photographer.
What is this for?
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
We're definitely not going to abuse this picture, right?
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
There's nothing on my body that would require the use of a magnifying glass.
What's the point of coming out here like that?
It looks a bit heavy. There's nothing in the copier to copy at the moment. There's nothing of interest in the inbox at the moment.
Oh, are we trying to keep her distracted, maybe?
Gabriel wouldn't be allowed to access that file cabinet. There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office. It's in a locked cage. They must be concerned about the budget. Gabriel can't open the gauge.
Would you just get in here?
I wonder what that's about.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'm guessing that's to keep her distracted from something.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those little marks around them. We got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Have you ever called a hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
So how'd you ever find anything in this office? It looks like ground zero.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No. Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Are those new shoes? What are those, hush puppies? Kind of a mud brown suede kind of a thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they hang, kind of pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off of your butt.
Jeez.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you, Knight.
You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
Have you ever called that...
I'm gonna take a quick break here. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so how do I do this now?
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
So, what's it like being a policewoman?
The glamour never ceases.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so. There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Of course, that's exactly what we need to do with it, right?
It's the official police file, containing the partial patterns from the voodoo murders. The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police station. The police file
Yes?
Could you get me some coffee?
Are you speaking to me?
Why, yes.
Wow. Deja leave it to Beaver. I'm the police photographer, sir. You might be able to find someone around here dumb enough to get coffee for you. But guess what? It won't be me.
Oh, thanks anyway.
Don't leave the room with that file, please.
Does... Do I know where it is then because of that? Or...
This is the last...
I'm guessing we need to come out here afterwards.
There's no reason.
Give it back to her for a sec, I guess.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, so she's not gonna put it away, I see. I just feel like the speed keeps changing.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you say.
Oh wait, that's... Oh yeah, they take another
Let's
shot.
take another cop.
What?
I don't think we got your best side.
Really? Okay. I'll have Franks come in again. Franks, come back in here with that camera.
It's weird that scenes like this, I guess it's not affected by the speed or whatever.
Now what, sir?
That clown wants another picture. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. What else could I possibly have to do?
Anything else, Knight?
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
Let me see that file again. Just want to check this machine here.
Sure, this guy doesn't care.
This is the Gabriel.
Not sure how these help, but you compare the two of them?
Those two objects would have...
Wonder what the
Would
deal
you
is
just
with
get
the
in here?
thermostat. Wonder how you get the key to that.
Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you...
Yeah.
I have that murder photo you left for me.
Good. Just don't let anybody know I gave it to you.
I wouldn't show it to a soul.
What happens if we do this?
Mosley would only take that photocopy away.
I copied those marks from the lake.
Really? Good for you.
Do you want to see my sketch?
No, we have our own copy, Knight.
I found these strange symbols on Marie Laveau's tomb at St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
I'm sure any extra voodoo stuff you dig up will make an interesting story, Knight, but I'd rather stick with the case at hand, personally.
I have this.
That's nice, but I'm busy with the real investigation, Knight.
I have this.
So we can have him leave. I just don't know if there's anything that we need in here. Is there anything I can try to
Gabriel
take?
would prefer. Gabriel doesn't. Gabriel.
Like, there's gotta be something I can try to take and it's gonna say something like, I can't do that with him watching or something like
Gabriel would. That intercom would be of little use outside this building.
that.
Gabriel wouldn't know what to say. Gabriel would. Mosley's book. Gabriel would prefer. Gabriel.
No, really. No, thanks. No, really.
Gabriel would. Gabriel's not. Gabriel would. It's not Gabriel. The suit doesn't operate. There is nothing that doesn't. Gabriel doesn't want anything to do with that microwave.
Not me. I've seen how Mosley organizes stuff. Not me.
Mosley's desk has more groin on. Mosley's office looks a lot like his room at college. Mosley.
Yeah, I wonder what you need that for then. Like, getting him out of the room. That's where you can use the intercom for something. Guessing it's for something later then. Just keep that in mind that we could do that.
I'll let you get back to it. Have a good one.
Real quick, anything new?
Gabriel should go to the.
Can I ask him about the thermostat?
Can I bother you again, officer?
What is it this time?
Nothing. That was eventful, I guess. A couple places we haven't been to. What's this overlook?
Four pairs of binoculars are rigorously mounted on the cement floor.
Does each one look at a different screen? Wonder what we're supposed to see through here. So far, it's just all the bands. There's Napoleon House.
A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon House. An unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone. A sharp-eyed gentleman in a gray sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself. That tabletop has an inlaid chessboard. A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard. Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he knows everybody round here. A young man is deep into conversation with his girlfriend and feeling no pain. A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend.
Kinda cute.
Nah. It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
So, having a good game?
I'm concentrating.
Fine, alright. Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh well, have fun. Hi, how's it going?
Could you excuse us? We're talking here.
Hello there.
Excuse me? I was talking to the lady.
And she was listening raptly, I'm sure.
Jeez.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my son?
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it. Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance. Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not the chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you old bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else.
Ah, you're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry.
And nobody wants to talk to me.
It's been worse.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life. Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does.
Of course. We gotta ask
Does
everyone.
This mean anything to you?
No. Now beat it.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, get away from me with her, will you?
Meanwhile, we told Mosley we weren't gonna show it around much.
Does this mean anything to you?
Not really.
Does this mean anything to you?
Does this mean anything to you?
No. Now, do you mind?
Better not.
Her boyfriend doesn't look too friendly.
What about the scribbles?
Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say that it does.
Yeah, it's probably not much that we can do with this. Weird that some of these areas start here and not much to do with them. Drugstore?
Hi.
Uh-huh. The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head. It's a mannequin wearing a crocodile mask. The glass jars contain a number of things Gabriel can't identify.
And wouldn't want to.
In this case are super concentrated fixing oils and packages of pins. It's nearly as old as the one at Saint George's. The signs say, Special Saint Jean Eve, Lagnappe, free bottle of lover come back to me oil, or master gambling oil, with every purchase over $50.
Lagniappe. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Small bags made of felt and flannel hang from the ceiling.
Those are gris-gris. They're full of magic. No guarantees, though, you know.
A variety of cloth dolls are arranged above the shelf, each impaled with a single silver pin. The poster reads, Power will be yours when you use Papa Legba's power drawing incense and Master Power oil. Buy some today. Voodoo and hoodoo. The craft as revealed by traditional practitioners by Jim Haskins. Available at Dixieland Drugstore and other fine stores. The proprietor doesn't look especially friendly. His business probably doesn't depend on walk-ins.
Hi there. Is this your store?
This is a Dixieland Drugstore, and I own it, me. Name's Walker, Willie Walker.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Ask what you want, I'll answer what I want.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Cabri Sancour.
What did you say?
Nothing. Those killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I've lived here all my life, me.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
It's the biggest night of the year in voodoo.
What goes on exactly?
I couldn't say.
What did you mean when you said Cabri Sancour?
I didn't say that.
You did. I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
Look at the voodoo paraphernalia around the body in the photograph. Are you sure you can't tell me anything about it?
No, I don't know anything about it. Nothing.
Do you know anything about these crosses? I think there's some kind of code.
Looks like a lot of hen tracks to me, man.
Do you recognize this pattern?
Don't look familiar at all, sir.
Guess we can head back and see if there's anything new here.
Lucy, I'm home.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you know what Caprice encore means?
No. Sounds French, though.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. It must be a local custom. New Orleans love any excuse to celebrate.
Now I gotta ask everyone about those.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
Could you see what you can find out about a woman named Malia Getty?
The name Getty sounds familiar. What's your interest in her?
Oh, just, stuff about the voodoo murders. If you could get an address...
They're murders. Right. I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well... it's about closing time.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
I guess I progressed enough. I think this game only really progresses when you do
and
everything.
Try not to dream, okay?
Everything important anyway. I think there's probably optional points, but nothing like big. Oh, another dream. Or kind of the same dream. Yeah, this is pretty much the same as the intro. A2.
Good morning. Don't you look swell today? Actually, swollen. So have some. There's a fresh pot on the table. Seriously, you look like hell. Your hair is sticking straight up like a... Oh, it always does that. Never mind. Did you dream about the fire and the hang guy and that lion thing last night?
Leopard, not lion. Did you get anything on Malia Getty?
Well, I did get her address, but you're a little out of your league here, big fella. The Gettys own 3 local hospitals, just to name a few of their assets. They run in very high circles.
Did you get an address?
I got the address. I suppose this has nothing to do with the fact that Malia Getty is incredibly gorgeous. I should have known you wouldn't go for a rich, ugly socialite.
And that address is...
Hey! Far be it from me to postpone your total humiliation. It's 557 West Ingram. That's a garden district, a state city.
That's all I wanted to know. And yes, my dear, Malia Getty is the most dangerous-looking diversion I've ever seen. Ouch!
Oy, men.
A2.
Times-Picayune, dated June 19, 1993.
Why did she read it that way?
A front-page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is fake. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square, called La Plaza d'Armas. Under French rule, it was used for executions, firing squads, hanging, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. Yikes! Of course, these days it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your instincts.
I feel a dark star rising, all right.
I wonder, didn't they say something about this being...
Under the window are reference books.
Foreign language dictionaries.
Foreign language
So can I...
The books cannot...
Yes, what to say? We should be able to learn about...
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Wrong one.
Let's see, Mittag means midday, noon.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel means game. Interesting.
We can't read through a French one and find out about Cabrice encore?
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Himmel means heaven.
Gabriel leafs through...
Dry means 3. Besessen means possessed. That's handy to know. Drachen means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Drachenbread.
I wonder if these are important for anything.
Let's see, Mittag. Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Anything new here?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Are you sure you don't know what Caprice encore means?
I told you, I can't help you with that.
What if I show her all this crazy stuff?
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Hey, you want to see something really cool?
That's disgusting. That's really horrible.
I know. Great, isn't it?
God, somebody ought to lock you up.
Do you know anything about this?
It's your friend Mosley. Why?
Oh, no reason.
What would I need these for?
Do you know anything about this?
No.
Can I go back here? Ah! We didn't come here before.
It's Gabriel's bathroom.
I really got to get around to cleaning up in there.
The desk phone is cheap, but functional. The typewriter is beginning to accumulate cobwebs.
Should I feel guilty? Nah.
Gabriel's desk has been gathering dust since his last novel. The wastebasket overflows with crumpled pages of mediocre glory. Several dozen books, including a few of Gabriel's novels, occupy the shelves above his desk. Mardi Gras mementos left by some female or other. A little cold bubbly and brie cheese is about all Gabriel's fridge ever has in it. Bills from last Christmas gather dust on the door. Jeans and T-shirts. Jeans and jeans. A poster on the wall advertises Mardi Gras, the biggest party of the year in New Orleans. The dresser holds a meager supply of underwear and 38 pairs of mismatched socks.
That's a lot of socks.
It's Gabriel's bed, unmade as usual. Gabriel might as well leave that here.
Oh wait, what
I'll
is
take
this?
this hair gel.
Hair gel.
You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
There's nothing else.
All my clothes look the same, so why change them?
The typewriters.
Writer's block.
All the shelves do is hold books.
Gabriel, shut the refrigerator, please. I could smell it from here.
Women.
The jar contains frou-frou hair gel. Gabriel doesn't want to open that jar until he's ready to use the hair gel. It will get all over everything.
Hmm. Oh wait, I wonder, can I use the phone? I didn't try that. I don't think I have anyone to call at the moment, but... There you go. You can't call
There's
911?
nothing there to operate. Gabriel never has figured out how to operate the memory function on this phone. Gabriel...
Gabriel?
Gabriel? Je sais pas. Qu'est-ce?
Wrong number. Trompé. En erreur, whatever.
Quel idiote.
I'm going out.
See ya.
So what the hell are we doing on this day? Go check if the person's in the owner of this place.
Welcome, my friend.
Hello?
I am the proprietor, Dr. John.
Is that Worf?
If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
This guy's
This
tall.
is quite a place you have here.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. I have dedicated myself to the preservation of this unique culture. It is gratifying to see others reap the fruits I have sown.
Dr. John is a huge man. If his manner weren't so pleasant, he'd be intimidating.
Could I ask you some questions?
That is why I am here.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
What do you think of New Orleans?
It is the only city in the United States as far as I am concerned.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Do you have any idea
what caprice encore means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Annoying because I know a bit of French. I don't know what that means. I know the sans is with. That's about all I know. Something with something?
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us say that I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Just tell me anything.
I am a vegetarian.
Really? I can't imagine living without meat.
That must be the hunter in you, Mr. Knight.
Just tell me anything.
I do not care for small talk, Mr. Knight.
Just tell me anything.
I am not an easy person to get to know. I am a very private man.
Isn't that unusual for someone in the museum business?
Not at all. My displays speak for me.
Just tell me anything.
Not everyone can come see the museum, so I occasionally do public speaking on the subject of historical voodoo.
Anything coming up that I might attend?
No. But then you have me all to yourself right now, do you not?
Just tell me anything.
I am a
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then, let us discuss something else.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade, but African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves, but the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
So, he said at your prompting.
So,
after the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators
so you can
relaxed
click on things and
regulations.
ask multiple times.
Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou St. John, and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
So you actually have to keep cooking that. That's kinda... It's gonna be hard to get used
Tell
to.
me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaus, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooans in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
I've given you as much detail as I can, Mr. Knight. Look around the museum if you desire more information.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the gree-gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
So is there anything more?
Tell me more about current voodoo.
There are many voodooans in New Orleans. They often do business selling gree-gree, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. Perhaps you would like to meet a voodooan. We refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to a local practitioner, Magentia Moonbeam.
Sure, I'd love to meet her.
She lives on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine. I will call her and tell her you might stop by.
Great, thanks.
Nice.
Tell me more about current voodoo.
You have tapped my resources. My expertise is really historical. Perhaps Ms. Moonbeam can be of further help.
Is there anything else I should know about hoodoo?
Not if your interest is primarily in voodoo. Hoodoo is of interest to those who study rural folk traditions, but it will not aid you in understanding true voodoo.
That was informative.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Come back again.
Why don't we go see that one woman?
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house.
We steal a rose?
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants. Perfectly groomed hedges run along the front of the park. The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss. The garden district is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed. The front door of the Getty mansion looks unusually solid and heavy. Gabriel can't get inside unless he's invited. This door's...
Okay, how do we knock on it? I guess use.
May I help you?
Also sounds like Tim Curry.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you. I have a fine selection of magazine subscriptions for sale. We do not welcome solicitors. May I help you? I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business. Does this do anything for you? No, it does not, sir. Does this... No. I've got important business with Miss Getty. Yes, I'm waiting for some evidence of that, sir. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Yes, I do mind. Just as I thought. Good day, sir.
Dang. I guess we're not getting in there yet. I guess we'll go see her.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait? Gabriel Knight?
You're too quick for me.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
A large, sluggish snake rests on the floor of the fancy bird cage. Apparently, Magenta is not a fastidious housekeeper. A shed skin shares the cage with its original owner. Magenta Moonbeam is wrapped in gauze and silks. She looks vaguely mysterious and mysteriously vague. It's a large cluster of quartz crystals. A large crystal ball is prominently displayed. The shelf holds a variety of unusual objects, the kind of thing Gabriel refers to as junk.
Can I take that?
Magenta Snakes looks a little sickly, but Gabriel would still rather not stick his hand in the cage. Magenta... There's nothing to use the tweet. There's nothing...
I mean, that's one way of getting it out.
Dr. John tells me you're a voodoo practitioner of some kind.
Yes, I am a voodoo yen, a voodoo priestess.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
I mean, of course, it's murders.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? It is the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall. But in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild, and they wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice, sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John, sometimes at the Lake Pontchartrain.
Do you have any idea what Caprice Saint-Cœur means?
No. No, I don't.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Tell me about the animal masks.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They're too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Do you know anything about Marie
I can't ask
Laveau?
her more.
She ruled voodoo in New Orleans for 100 years, they say.
Do you know any...
I'm sure a historian could help you with that, if you want to know more.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
How'd you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I am well versed in the magical art.
Tell me anything at all.
Many non-believers come to me. They are usually believers when they leave.
Tell me anything at all.
Dr. John sends me many seekers such as yourself.
Tell me anything at all.
I am happy here with my clientele and my snake.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
All right. Here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match, and a spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Okay.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
Here's an old hoodoo Dr. Gree-Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue, and if the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
Here's a nasty one. To kill someone, get a sock or a shoe that belongs to that person, put graveyard dirt in it, and bury it under their front steps.
Does that work?
I don't know. I never tried it.
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
To ensure the safety of your child, cut a lock of its hair while it is still a baby and keep it with you. The child must have all its hair before it can die.
These are interesting.
They're very old. The gris-gris that I prepare is much more powerful, I can assure you, but I don't give out those secrets.
More powerful than killing someone?
Give me an example of a gris-gris.
All right.
That's the same one, huh? I forgot to ask, what's his name about some of these things.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J, and then... Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave.
Okay, and he's writing it down.
K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
It's Gabe.
Enclave tonight. Bring FW.
Does this mean anything to you?
These are magic symbols. Deep magic.
Really? Have you seen them before?
No?
Then how do you know they're magic symbols?
Seeker, my eyes are unveiled to see truly that which is in front of me.
Uh-huh. Thanks. Tons.
And with these ones.
Does this mean anything to you?
These...
Really? Then...
Seeker?
Uh-huh. Could you look at this and tell me if you recognize anything about it?
That's from those voodoo murders, isn't it? That has nothing to do with me.
Does this mean anything to you?
I can be of no help to you, Seeker.
I can't believe I can't grab that.
There's nothing to... Magenta Snakes looks a little sickly, but Gabriel would still...
We need like a stick or something, I would assume.
Gabriel can see that...
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
I'm not sure why we would need this snake skin though. Anything I can spy up here? Artist. And a juggler that weren't there the other day. There's a lot more people there today. I know at some point I'm probably supposed to oversee something that happens there.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money, then.
I don't have any.
Don't block the view, mister.
Are we supposed to have money now that I think about it?
Interrogating the little boy wouldn't be very useful.
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind, all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh. Could I get a lucky dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person? In the 90s? Ah, amazing. Why yell that?
Wonder if I can get him to slip.
What would a little boy do with that?
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not. I really get focused when I'm drawing.
Okay, fine. Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
What would the artist do with that? The juggler is busy. The juggler...
Real quick, I want to see, am I missing, like, his wallet or something? So I wonder if I need money.
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh, joy.
Can I take money from the register?
Wishful thinking. It's certainly light enough. The shop's mascot is an old knight-shaped coat rack.
Anything I can talk to her about?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd really rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you just heard everything I know about her.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't...
Okay.
The front door. Grace's coat is a simple but classic trench coat. Gabriel hates people with good taste.
There's not like a wallet or something around here. Unless maybe I don't need
The
money.
dresser holds a meager... Gabriel's reference books. Gabriel's desk has... Gabriel's desk.
Another month of missing my mortgage, I'll be pushing those pencils on the street.
Gabriel's bedroom.
Yeah, I guess not. Just wanted to make sure I'm not like missing something important.
I'm going.
See?
Anything new over here? So I don't understand why you can do this. There's gotta be something I can do in this screen.
The police... The police... Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand.
We asked her about Cabri's Encore. She's gotta know what, like, different French words mean.
My precious boy, how wonderful of you to stop by.
Can't stay away from you, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Do you have any idea what Cabri's Encore means?
Something without
Or
something,
is it without?
I
Oh,
think.
yeah, it's without,
My French
isn't
is
it?
so rusty.
Not with.
I swear my mind is going.
It's okay, thanks. Do you know anything about animal masks?
Why, no, dear. Do you mean Mardi Gras masks?
Never mind, Gran. Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Marie Laveau? Of course! She was that voodoo woman, wasn't she? She preyed on people's fears and superstitions, is what I think. There are always those willing to take other people's money for nothing. You stay away from people like that, Gabriel.
Yes, Gran. What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? I remember when I was a girl, we always had a St. John's Eve Mass. The Mass was said at midnight, and we held candles. One time on the way home, we were waylaid by a large group of drunken revelers. They didn't hurt us, but I was frightened. My father was furious. We never went to St. John's Eve Mass after that.
That was, interesting.
What can you tell?
I haven't celebrated it in years, Gabriel. Well, I'm sure there's still Mass in the more traditional churches, but I don't go.
What can you tell?
I haven't
Ask more about.
Tell me
these.
something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Tell me something.
Your granddad supported me and your father with bookkeeping. I'll tell you what, though. He hated every minute of it. Didn't really like bookkeeping one bit. Maybe that was why he had the worst luck with jobs. The nights he'd come home afraid to tell me he'd lost another. And I would tell him. It didn't matter to me. But he felt ashamed, Gabriel.
Tell me something.
Harrison was only 36 when he died. Your father was 8 years old at the time. Your granddad was hit by a streetcar in the business district. Took me nearly a year to believe he was really gone.
I'm sorry, Gran.
I know you are, dear.
Tell me something.
Did you know that your granddad was a poet? He was! He wrote the most beautiful poetry for me when we were courting. I always thought he should have done something with that gift. But he was such a practical man. Didn't believe in chasing after dreams.
Tell me something.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
Tell me about my father.
When Philip met your mother, it was love at first sight. They were married 2 weeks later. Never looked at a girl seriously until then, and he looked at plenty. You have your father's way with women, Gabriel, and your granddad's.
Tell me about my father.
I wanted to just lay down and die when he and your mother were killed in that car crash when you were only 8. It was the thought of taking care of you that kept me going, Gabriel. The police say your father swerved off the road after being frightened by something. Perhaps a deer in the road or a wild cat.
Tell me about my father.
Your granddad wanted Philip to have a normal life. He was obsessed by that thought. He pushed Philip to go to law school. But Philip was driven to art. He painted almost in a daze. He would get so inside himself when he worked.
Tell me about my father.
He always hated it that it was Margaret's money that supported the 3 of you when his painting couldn't. I kept telling him, try something more cheerful, like a landscape or 2. But he couldn't do it. His work was just too dark and disturbing for the public, you know.
Tell me about my father.
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked the finer family.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother's family refused to give her money after the marriage. All she had left was a modest trust fund from a great-aunt, who happened to like Philip. The remainder of your mother's trust fund became yours when she died. That's what you used to open your bookshop.
Tell me about my mother.
The Templetons are all gone now. Every last one of them. They never wanted anything to do with us, of course. What a waste.
Tell me about my mother.
I don't know what...
I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
Well, Gran,
All right.
Guess we can head here. Nothing new here.
could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
We got new things to ask him, I guess.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
Does the phrase Cabri sans corps mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Sure. She's kind of the patron saint of voodoo in New Orleans. Don't know too much about her, but tourists sure get off on all that stuff.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Come Mardi Gras, you see all kinds of masks in here.
Hmm. I don't know. Oh, wait. This is interesting. Guessing we can fiddle with it now. Anything new I could talk to this guy about?
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Bunch of crazies out there on St. John's Eve, that's what. We're busy all night.
Really? What kind of crazies?
Your usual howl at the mooners, I guess. They don't look no weirder than them that comes in during Mardi Gras. Never can tell, though.
Do you know what Cabri sans corps means?
Can't say that I do.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Marie who? Is she the one that hangs out on Conti and Nash?
No. Never mind. Do you know anything about animal masks?
I see plenty of masks during Mardi Gras. Not many animals, though. Of course, there's plenty of animals underneath.
Wait, how come the tools went away? Like, am I crazy with that? I guess it doesn't really matter. Can I just use this? It's not... Old. Or I guess technically, so what's this gonna do?
Hey,
Make him take off his
mostly.
jacket?
Knight, come on in. Ooh, it's hot in here. Dang, the air conditioning must be on the blink. Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
So before we get him out of the room, anything else we can ask him?
Do you have any idea what Cabri sans coeur means?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough. What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
I don't think so. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
How about getting me some coffee?
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
Yeah, fine.
I just realized what we need this for.
Some people are never satisfied.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Wouldn't you think to check it right away?
Just drink this.
Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
Hey, I'm curious. I wanted to go to... what's this place? I'm gonna ask what the animal masks, because I think that'll probably do something here. There's one right there.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casanova. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker, I'm certain someone's buried a sleep note bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you're gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none either, now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
That was something.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old crocodile. Well, he's sort of a mascot now, him.
That customer of yours, the little old lady?
Customer?
The woman I saw in here. Madame Cazeneuve, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Dang.
It's important that I talk to Madame Cazeneuve. You see, I'm doing some research and...
I can't tell you anything about her.
It's important...
I can't...
About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. are very close now. I could part with him for less.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur. The price is $100.
Now can I get money? Possibly?
Hello, beauty.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
I never thought of using open on it. I used use
Gabriel
and pick up.
opens the cash register to examine the take. Or, in the case of St. George books, the mistake.
Gabriel, that's all the change money I have. Touch it, and you could kiss your hand goodbye.
Would I do that to you? I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
Huh.
The $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused.
So we can't take any of the money, though.
Gabriel is carrying Mosley's badge.
Wait, it wouldn't happen to be his wallet,
That
would it?
object does not open.
No, we can't steal his money?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you...
Sure.
I need you to look up a Madame Cazeneuve.
Madame Cazeneuve? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Cazeneuve's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Have fun.
Do you think I could trade that 20... Wait, was it $20 or is it 20% off or something? I think it was $20. Let's see if it'll item over.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that at all.
Can I ask you... Would you take 50?
Don't insult.
Dang. Where are we getting $100? Either way, I have that certificate now. Maybe we can do something with it. I just don't know who would want that. Anyways.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business. My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Giddy.
I'm sure this is gonna be fine, right?
Miss Giddy will see you. Right this way. Miss Giddy will be down shortly. Thank you.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Undoubtedly proof that there is a God. Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
Beautiful women.
They are.
Romantic.
I like firelight, Detective.
Genuine lion skin.
I can imagine doing things on that rug.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Modern art?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
Ming Dynasty, perhaps? Dante's Inferno. Nothing like a little light reading. Harvard classic. Homer. Virgil. Maybe Malia wouldn't be impressed by a signed copy of one of Gabriel's novels.
This is quite a place.
Thank you. It's been in the family a long time.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Giddy?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now. What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am. Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I have heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? I don't know what you mean.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
You know what I just realized? When we saw her at the side of the road, right? Mosley knew her. Like, he knew her name, so it's like, does she actually know him? Is this ruse even working?
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh? Why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please, I do have some morals, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just...
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Kennedy Jr. and I. The phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you would keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course. I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Can you tell me...
I wish I...
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective.
Oh no.
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Moses.
Yes, what to say?
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Dang.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out. Robert?
Look, we didn't gain much from coming here.
Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Should we go return his badge? I'm not sure if you need to or not. Sure, he's missing it by now. Do I have to actually, like, can I give it to him or do I just put it back into his thing though?
Hey, bud. You! Last time I looked.
Give me my badge right now.
Oh, is that why you're so excited? If you knew what I needed it for.
I'm sure it was to impress a woman. You could have asked. Do you know how embarrassing it is to admit your badge was stolen? I had a photo with the chief, and he wanted me wearing it. I should lock you up, Knight.
I suppose you could. Seems to me, though, there was that time you borrowed my bike without mentioning it. Right from in front of my shop.
Yeah, don't remind me. Just don't do it again. Whew, it's hot in here. Dang, the air conditioning.
You have to keep doing this every time?
Are you hot?
I guess that's in case
This is the first page.
In case you needed it for something, or like if you didn't do it when you came back. Here, you wanna?
I have this.
That's nice, but I'm busy with the...
Dang.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
So wait, I wonder if I need it for something else now that I think about it. Oh no, you can't do that thing.
What's the status on the Voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
I guess I didn't need to come back here.
I'll let you get back
later.
Always try heading back to the bookstore. See if that was enough for today or not.
Hello, beautiful.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up? Good.
Thing in the cathedral? I don't think I went there today. I can't remember. I guess I probably did. I wonder about something.
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Oh, what was that about?
The artist would not appreciate Gabriel messing with his stuff while he's gone.
Oh, unbelievable. Rotten luck.
For some reason I would need that.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
And we need something like a stick.
Using that on... Using that on... What would a little boy...
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you, if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Okay. What's that gonna help me with, though? Can I feed the snake with it?
The lucky dog is...
Or can I give it to him?
You wouldn't like a lucky dog by any chance.
Would I?
But why, though?
Thanks, mister. You got any special requests, let me know.
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah, you got one?
Oh. Wait, should I do some of these other ones?
How about when the Saints go marching in?
Sure. Hey guys, Saints!
You got it, kid.
Oh no, why did I do this?
That was great. Thanks.
No problem.
Can you do the Nutcracker Suite in D minor?
Say what?
Oh, never mind. Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
So what is this for? Oh, it's a painting of...
It's a technical drawing of Saint Louis.
Yeah, because he was making that.
There's no...
Am I supposed to show it to someone? I just don't know what I would need it for.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing? How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Do you mind if I watch you?
Be my guest.
Could I ask you some questions?
I'd rather not.
Okay.
Am I supposed to get him to draw something?
What would he... What would... What would...
He owes us one.
What...
Say, do
Yeah, I
you
was
think
thinking
there's
about
anything
that.
you can do with this pattern?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from this partial?
Pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, I might be able to reconstruct the pattern if I had more data, but this is just one small area of it. If you could get me any more of these, it would help.
I'll see what I can do. I have some more of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, these are great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great.
Tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
Okay, what's the easiest way to exit here? gonna be stopping soon, but
It's
is that
getting
enough?
late.
Oh, there we go.
Gabriel decides to go
Perfect, so we'll
home.
start the next stream of this game on a new day. Okay, making good progress. Another dream. Yeah, we gotta see this every night. We really got good use out of this cutscene. Oh, this is new. Dagger turned into 3 snakes. A3.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Kazanu. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Who's this?
Hey, kids.
Bruno, how nice.
Gee, a customer.
Of yours? Hardly.
How's the flower business?
Well, better than the used book business, I see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100.
Oh.
That's all I can let go at the moment, you know.
We could get the
My
mask for
affairs are
that.
so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this. Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. I can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
The ball looks so blank without it.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
I mean, it's not like we actually know we even need that mask, but... A3. Anyways, this is gonna be a good stopping point for the night. 80 out of 342. Yeah, who got a lot done. He ended up beating Castlevania 3 today. I did not expect to beat it that quickly. That's because we kind of switched to the Japanese version. But anyways, that is it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be playing some more Minstrel Song. Thursday, I'm not sure if I'm streaming or not. Lately, Thursdays have been kind of up in the air. But if we are, we're streaming more Gabriel Night. Anyways, GG's, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-byes.